Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice math problem, which is x minus 3 to the power of 4. This is equal to 16. So what are the values of x? Now let's provide a solution from here. So we have x subtract 3 raised to the power of 4. This is equal to 16. So the first step is to take 16 on the left hand side so that we have x subtract 3 raised to the power of 4 minus 16. This is equal to 0. Now we can express x minus 3 to the power of 4 as x subtract 3 raised to the power of 2, then raised to the power of 2, then subtract 16, which is 4 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. This equation here is of the form a squared minus b squared. This is the difference of two perfect squares that we can express as a plus b multiplied by a subtract b. From this equation here, we have that a is equal to x minus 3 raised to the power of 2, and then we have b is equal to 4. So we have that a plus b equal to 0. This is the same thing as x subtract 3 raised to the power of 2 minus plus 4. This is equal to 0. Let's call this as case 1. Then we have a subtract b equal to 0. This is the same thing as x subtract 3 raised to the power of 2 subtract 4. This is equal to 0. Let's call this as case 2. So let's start with case 1 from here. Let's start with case 1. In case 1, we have x minus 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 4. This is equal to 0. So x minus 3 to the power of 2, this is of the form a subtract b raised to the power of 2, which we can express as a to the power of 2 plus b to the power of 2 subtract 2ab. Applying this algebraic identity, then this follows that. So here we have x to the power of 2 plus minus 3 to the power of 2, this is 9. Then subtract, we have 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by x, then plus 4. This is equal to 0. So this is x to the power of 2 plus 9, subtract 6x, then plus 4. This is equal to 0. So this is x to the power of 2 minus 6x. Then we have 9 plus 4. This is plus 13. And this is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation where we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 6, and we have c is equal to 13. So to solve for the values of x here, that is x1, x2, we apply the quadratic formula here, which is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything here divided by 2 times a. Let's substitute the values of a, b, and c into this formula here so that we have negative times negative 6 plus or minus, we have the square root of minus 6 raised to the power of 2 subtract 4 times a, which is 1, then times c, which is 13, everything here divided by 2 times 1. So this means that we have negative times negative 6. This is 6 plus or minus the square root of minus 6 squared. This is equal to 36. Subtract, we have 4 times 13, and this is equal to 52. Then everything here divided by 2. The next step is that we have 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 52, and this is equal to negative 16 divided by 2. So we have 6 plus or minus the square root of we can express the square root of negative 16 as the square root of 16 times negative 1, everything here divided by 2. So this is equal to 6 plus or minus the square root of 16, this is 4. Then we have the square root of negative 1. This is equal to I. So we have 4i divided by 2. So in the numerator here, we have that 2 is common. So we can factor out 2 so that we have 6 divided by 2. This is 3 plus or minus 4i divided by 2. This is 2i. Everything here divided by 2. So let's simplify 2 and 2 here so that we have x1 comma x2. This is equal to 3 plus or minus 2i. So this is to mean that x1 is equal to 3 plus 2i, and we have x2, this is equal to 3 minus 2i. So these are two complex solutions. These are two complex solutions under case 1. So let's proceed to case 2 from here. Now in case 2, we have x subtract 3 raised to the power of 2 subtract 4. This is equal to 0. So let's expand this. X minus 3 to the power of 2. This is x to the power of 2. Then we have plus 9. Then minus 6x. Then minus 4. This is equal to 0. So this is x to the power of 2. Subtract 6x. Then we have 9 minus 4. This is plus 5. And this is equal to 0. Now, from what we have here, this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. We can solve this by factorization method. We have the product here. This is equal to 5. The sum is equal to negative 6. So let's identify two factors here. If we sum those two factors, we have a value of minus 6. If we multiply these two factors, we have a value of 5. So these two factors, here we have negative 5 and negative 1. Negative 5 and negative 1. Now substituting these two factors, then we have x to the power of 2 minus 5x minus x plus 5. This is equal to 0. Now we have got two parts here. From the first part here, x is common, so we factor out x so that we have x minus 5. Subtract 1. 1 is common in the second part here, so that we have x minus 5. This is equal to 0. So in this case here, we have x minus 5 is common, so we factor out x minus 5. Then we have x subtract 1. This is equal to 0. So we have got two parts here. This is x minus 5. This is equal to 0. Then we have x subtract 1. This is equal to 0. From the first part here, we have x3. This is equal to 5. This is the real solution. And we have x4. This is equal to 1. So we have x3 equal to 5 and x4 equal to 1. These are two real solutions. These are two real solutions. Now let's check if these two real solutions here satisfies the equation. Let's check from here. Now we have that x minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This is supposed to give us a value of 16. Let's check with x3, which is 5. So we have 5 minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This is supposed to give us a value of 16. So 5 minus 3, this is 2 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. 2 to the power of 4, this is 16, which is equal to 16. So the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this confirms that x3 which is equal to 5, satisfies the equation. So let's check x4, which is equal to 1. Now let's check x4, which is 1. If this satisfies the equation, we have 1 minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. 1 minus 3, this is negative 2 raised to the power of 4. This is supposed to give us a value of 16. Negative 2 to the power of 4, this is equal to 16, and this is equal to 16. So this implies that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this again proves that x4 also satisfies the equation. So we have two real solutions here, and we have two complex solutions for this algebra problem. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe. See you in the next video.